Hello, foodie friends. We have a very special episode this week. We're totally excited to bring this to you. We're doing a collaboration with my cousin Rachel, who lives in Memphis.
Hello.
Hey, say hi to Rachel.
Hello.
And you may remember a little bit ago, we did a St. Patrick's Day video together, and we thought that we would do it again. Of course, we can't meet in person because she lives so far away, but we can do the next best thing and talk about a little series that me and her absolutely adored as a child, Nancy Drew. And of course, I just happen to have the Nancy Drew Cookbook, which I have reviewed on this channel before, but I thought it'd be totally fun to bring Rachel in on it and see if we can make a recipe to get, well, sort of together, and then come together at the end and see how both of us did. So Rachel, are you ready?
I'm so ready. Yeah, this was definitely one of my favorite books. I've got mine right here. This was an original from like when I was a child. I picked this up at a garage sale, I think.
I know, I'm excited. We've already read some of them together again, and we will be doing a collaboration. Well, I'll be on her channel, Piano Man Picks, here in a little bit to talk about just the series itself and see how it holds up in the modern world. So that's going to be kind of exciting too. So can't wait for that one.
All right, well, yeah, should we start?
Yeah, let's go ahead. I've got all the ingredients ready. I'm ready to go. So let's go ahead and get cooking, and then we'll come back and see how both of us did.
All right, let's go.
Now this is going to be one of the easiest recipes we've ever done. You're going to start by draining your peaches, pears, cherries, and pineapple. And it's awesome that this recipe is so easy and takes such a small amount of time to do, because it leaves us that much more time to look for clues and solve mysteries. And while that's draining, go ahead and preheat your oven to 325 degrees. And now once everything is drained, go ahead and lay some paper towels on a cookie sheet. We'll arrange them on the paper towels and then use a little bit more to try to dry them. Now after drying your fruit, let's go ahead and carefully scoop them into a casserole dish. And even now they look good enough to eat, but we've got one more step. In a skillet, we're going to go ahead and melt our butter, then add your brown sugar and Nancy's secret ingredient, curry powder. Stir this until smooth and bubbly, and by this time a wonderful aroma is going to completely take over your kitchen. And then we'll pour this mixture over your fruit. Once that's poured, you're going to bake it uncovered for about 1 hour. And now we're ready for our taste test. I'm going to go ahead and have a small bowl of it just to try the taste on its own. But according to Nancy, this would be really good served with meat or as a salad. I can also imagine that this would be really good served over vanilla ice cream. And now that we're ready, let's go ahead and check back in with Rachel and see how she did.
Okay, so we've got both of our dishes ready. And Rachel, I think you want to tell what happened first with yours, right?
Yeah, I messed up. Okay, so first of all, I know, it's so bad. Like, it's like the easiest recipe to follow in the world, and somehow I messed up like 3 things. So first of all, I didn't use canned pears, which I think that's probably okay.
Yeah, I think that's all right.
They didn't seem to cook. So they're not cooked at all. So everything else was canned though. So anyways, that was the first mistake. And then my second mistake, I didn't realize that we didn't have curry. And so I thought I had it. So I looked up like curry replacements.
Yeah.
And I used chili powder, turmeric, and cinnamon. Mine might be really different.
Wow!
And on top of that, I couldn't find maraschino cherries, so I got canned dark red cherries.
what you have.
Exactly. I don't know. I feel like if we do another one of these, we should just call it, Cooking Fails with Rachel. Or
I'd give anything if I could be with you right now so I could taste yours.
I've got mine here in my Star Wars mug.
Okay, you ready? Maybe skip your pears.
Yeah, I will. I can't cut into them without a knife, so. Or a fork or something.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's great.
This is really good.
Do you taste the curry?
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm missing that, so mine... I don't really taste anything other than, like, butter and sugar, but it tastes good.
But, I mean, that's good by itself. Really. It's kind of like a cobbler without, like, the flour crumb. The curry actually really shines through in this dish. And, I mean, I love curry, so this was kind of like a big, you know what I mean? Like, I really enjoyed anything with curry in it, so I knew I was gonna like this one. And like you said, the brown sugar, everything just really kind of comes together and makes a really good, simple, but kind of like an interesting texture dish too. And in the cookbook, it actually recommends serving it with meat. I thought that would be really good. You got some pork chops, you got some, chicken. I mean, this would be a really good way to dress it up. I would say especially with pork products. That would be where this would really shine together, I think.
I could see that. Well, I don't eat porks, but I don't know, but chicken, I could see it with chicken too.
Oh, chicken would be awesome with this. So, you know what? This is actually a 2 for 2 out of this cookbook because we've already done at least one other, Nancy Drew cookbook recipe from this book. And we gave it really high marks on that one too. And I'll put a link in the description box below if anyone wants to check out that video that we did and kind of get a better, another idea of how this cookbook is. As far as the cookbook itself, we gave the cookbook an overall huge score. And I would give it another 5 stars again. If you are a Nancy Drew fan, you're going to want to pick this up. And another reason too is this is actually originally written in 1973.
Oh, that makes sense. This is super 70s feeling.
And it was redone in 2005. Now, I've got the 2005 edition, but the recipes was not changed. So it was nothing but a pure reprint, which is awesome because, like you said, it's wonderful 1970s kitsch. All the recipes are so 70s nostalgic. Now, me and you obviously weren't around in the 1970s, but our parents and grandparents carried recipes over from the 1970s into our childhoods. And so a lot of these recipes were a lot of remembrance for me and nostalgia for me because I was like, I remember that at the church picnic or, the family get together or something like that. And so it's so fun to thumb through these recipes and pick out what you want to do. You're gonna have a hard time picking what you want to cook first out of this thing. So the recipes are very child friendly. They're very fun if you want to get your kid into the kitchen and just, teach them some cooking skills. This would be an excellent cookbook to start with, especially if you want to introduce them to the Nancy Drew series and then have something, cook something after you read a book with them. That would be totally awesome.
So I'm super excited to dig into this book, but we're not doing it on this episode.
No, we will not. We're going to close this episode, and I really hope that you guys out there try this dish. I know it looks simple, but you're going to love it. The flavors really shine through, like we said, and you can use it as just a plain, fruit salad if you want to, or as an accompaniment to meat. That makes it very versatile in my book and something that's worth making and investigating to see how many ways you can use it. And as for the cookbook, pick this up. You're going to love it. If you've ever read a Nancy Drew book in your life and you fell in love with her, get the cookbook. It's gonna make your collection complete. So we're gonna close this one because we have a very special treat in which I'm going to be going over to your channel, Rachel, and we're gonna be talking about Nancy Drew, the actual book series, and see, is she still a feminist icon, and does she stand the test of time? We're not really sure.
We'll put a link to it at the bottom of this video.
Exactly. That way you can just click right over if you want to watch one after the other. You know what? Make the dish, get a big bowl of it, and sit down and watch the next episode. You're gonna love it. All right, well, Rachel, we'll close this one, and I'll see you on your channel.
If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for future videos. In the meantime, here are 2 videos you may enjoy. Thanks for watching.